the hell is that?
What you looking in there for, Quinton? You can't fit in that tank, Quinton.
My hand can.
Nico, there's something in here.
What is it?
It came with some fittings, man.
Oh.
Whoa.
We didn't use that.
Wasn't as cool as I thought it'd be.
We could have used that.
For a vent.
For that vent. We sure could.
Somewhere in North Florida lives a man who wants to move his family back to Montana, a man who wants to build a coffee empire. But first, he needs to get his family to cooperate.
I'm Shane Willems. Welcome to my life. Quinton practicing his breathing exercises, doing some Lamaze.
Okay, so I got 2.5 inches to put in there, 1.5 inches to put in here.
He's really got this figured out. He don't need me anymore.
Also in this tank, there's a 1/2 inch to put in down there.
Look at him go. He's got all this figured out.
And then I think there's another 1.5 inches to put in on this, on the top. Don't know exactly where that one goes yet. Let's go ahead and see if we can't screw this tank up. I'm nervous, man. Oh, dude, I don't know.
I guess we'll take it back. Maybe he doesn't.
Let's not better drill a freaking hole in this dang tank.
She's thick down here, son. I'm worried. This is 2 1/8, right?
What could possibly go wrong, Quinton? He is so nervous, man.
Oh, God.
Quinton, what's wrong?
Oh, God. We're in, Nico. Now I just gotta spin that.
He just keeps drilling holes. He's like,
So this is fun.
yeah, we got this. He's so, it's such concentration. I don't think I've ever seen him concentrate like this before. He gets his breath just right. It's like he's working out.
I'm about to take my shot, man.
Slightly north of that one. Just ever so slightly.
He screwed it up. That's what slightly north of that means. It means they're supposed to be perfectly lined up.
Yeah, they should be.
I don't want to talk about it.
What happened?
Huh? I drilled a hole in the tank. That's what happened.
That ain't gonna hold water.
It'll hold water for about 1/4 inch.
You know, don't let it kick and rock. Make sure you're holding it the way that you melted it, and then that's it. I like your placement. You got a little bit of beef there. If you'd have went much further, you'd have been in trouble.
Yeah.
On the inside. So
Efficient.
did you guys talk about this or something? Why is
I was nervous the entire time with these 3 holes, man.
He looks at Nico like, these here. I mean, again, I think you're risking it a little bit.
Sometimes you gotta risk it to get the
A little
biscuit.
bit. I would have went here and I'd have dropped that down 1 inch.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. You might be fine. It's at the top of the tank, so you see what I'm saying? So you might melt that in there just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you'll probably be fine because it's at the top of the tank. The good news is your water level's right here, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like this up here is going to be a big problem.
So what are those 2 holes for?
One is a vent and one is your fill. I don't
I
know
was
if I'll
gonna say you look skinnier from then and now, but I think it's just the haircut.
one is a vent and one is your fill.
Bastard.
But way to kill a compliment.
I only ruin a tank if I mess this up, right?
Yeah. Well, again, I'll haul it. I don't think you're good. The only way that I know that you could really mess this up is to push it through that tank. Again, I did this so calm the whole time. You were there. Piece of cake. He's like, we got this. He's like, whoa.
Except for that piece of powder.
But yeah, you're kind of looking at the right things. You know, make sure you kind of feel that flatness there, and just kind of hold that angle.
Okay. So then we just go, huh?
Yeah.
press so hard.
I'm not pressing at all.
No, just stop.
Yeah, you were going in, so I was about to blame his router, but
Yeah, I was too.
I wouldn't have pulled that off there like that if I'd have known that you were actually doing something. So you weren't pushing?
I wasn't. Just the weight of this thing was just going.
My guess is that hole's a little tighter. It works. It's really good. I think that's a really good weld. In my
Even as of now, that's good. Do you think?
You're flush. I wouldn't go any deeper.
Sure. Okay.
No, I'm happy with everything that I'm seeing.
Actually, looking at it now, I'm not happy. I feel that the melted plastic should be runnier.
Yeah.
Looking at it, you melt it in, it went in deep, but your plastic is kind of bally. You know what I mean? When you do this right, that plastic
More
almost
so
looks like
cut it out
it looks
instead
like
of-
glue. It didn't melt it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean,
If it bleeds, we know who to call.
we know who did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you feel this is good weld?
Why wouldn't I?
I'm just making sure.
Stop pulling on it. Let it cool down good. But yes, I do feel that's a good weld. Because
Okay.
if you look at that whole lip is gone.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to sink it in so much that it goes into the tank.
Okay.
Okay, stop. You're gonna bring your router up. You can get a bigger router or a bigger hole.
Bigger hole didn't help.
It wasn't the hole.
It's the router.
Just hold it on there like that.
Okay.
For a few seconds. I'd like to went a little bit more deeper, but
Well, yeah, I mean, he was turning and you could see it moving like it was.
It was what? Finish this thought.
He's not gonna.
so I don't feel as good about that one. But I don't know if there's anything you can do about it. You can try going a little bigger with your hole when you do.
Well, I have one more of these to do actually for your waste fill
Okay.
from your pump.
So do it with a little bit bigger hole and see if you have a better. Well, you could keep going, but you're going to burn that router up. You have no choice but to stop there. And I don't know what you could do to make that better. So do I feel that's a good weld? I mean, it's melted all the way. It's not as good as that one, but I think you're probably fine. There's nothing that I know that you can do here, Quinton. But what I was looking at when I was talking to you is, you see how this tank goes like this little?
Kind of folds in.
More level. You got to make sure you follow the flow of that tank so you're getting a level burn there.
You want to try one, Scott?
Stop. That's a bad sound over there. I think you're good. So either, because my router, I know my router is bigger than that one,
But that rigid router did a much better job, even than the DeWalt.
Yeah.
but I think the first thing you should do is you should try to make that hole a little bigger, because your friction isn't supposed to be around this right here.
Right.
Your friction is supposed to be on this flat part of it. So I'm thinking that as we're going,
Okay.
we're melting that edge there, and it's causing a lot of resistance that it doesn't have to have.
Okay, knowing that now, I probably could have gone bigger.
Yeah, let's try the next size up.
I
But
feel even worse about that one.
yeah, this is the worst one we've done so far. But
You're welcome.
Not because it's not because of you. It's
No,
it's just that thing's
can't.
quitting.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, I was.
when the router starts going,
Why is that funny? That's the exact noise.
When the router's going,
and not turning anymore, I can say, keep going, keep going. It's turning about an inch every minute.
And part of it is it wasn't even getting up to full speed.
No, it
You
ain't.
know, it's
But and again, so it's a power problem.
Right.
The question is whether or not we can solve the power problem by getting rid of some friction, or we just have to go a bigger router when we do these. That's all.
spoiler alert, we can't.
We can't. That router is shit.
So this is the bigger hole.
You nervous?
No.
He
I
is.
definitely
Because that
did
one
enjoy
slides
it.
around in there.
Yes.
You're supposed to leave that on there a little bit.
Okay, so it's definitely not the whole size. It is not the whole size. I just wish I would have tried one before I drilled both. I mean, I think it's a good weld,
Oh yeah, it's
but it's because of the size of this hole that thing started shaking back and forth. And so I was worried that I was about to mess up.
The last thing we want is Quinton to be worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it still bog down?
Yeah.
It did.
You would agree. That thing was bogging.
We're making a new thing.
Like I say, it's just the bog.
Just like, that's bogging.
That's bogging.
There's bogging.
Like I say, it's just the bogging was still
So we
there.
need to look at a bigger router then.
I think so. All right.
See that melt?
much better.
That's what I like to see. That was a good shot, Nico.
Yeah.
Nico got the money shot there of how it's supposed to look. That plastic just turns to liquid, man. I mean, that is like liquid gold right there.
That's liquid plastic.
That was liquid plastic.
You just hold there for like 10 seconds, Quinton, and then just lift it straight off so you don't, take the plastic with you.
Yeah.
And then you're good. Go ahead and lift it up.
Oh, well, yeah.
Is that one good? You like that?
Yeah, look how much more liquid.
I'm a little less on this side, but still think it's.
And that's all about holding it, but you
Yeah.
guys know you got a good one. You got to get more comfortable, just get better with it. But I think it's like I say, when I figured out how they did it, I was like, well, shit, we can put them wherever we want them instead of having to try to figure out how to plumb to the fittings we got.
Done with that. Ed needs to watch this episode.
So
Why?
yeah, so that he knows that we got this.
So that we got fittings in our tank.
That we do think about how the water comes in and these are tanks. Yes, Ed needs to know that we do think of these things.